Welcome back to Melody Guitar Book 1. This is a free course designed to help you learn how to read and play melodies in standard music notation. You can download this book for free from my website. I'll leave a link in the description. We're on pages 33 and 34. We have two new dynamic markings, Mezzo-Forte and Mezzo-Piano. At the bottom of page 33, we have two new dynamic markings, Mezzo-Piano and Mezzo-Forte. These fall between your piano or soft and your forte or loud dynamic levels. Mezzo-Forte means medium loud, Mezzo-Piano means medium soft. So the dynamics you've learned so far from softest to loudest are piano for soft, Mezzo-Piano medium soft, Mezzo-Forte medium loud, and forte loud. There's no specific decibel level for what constitutes a piano level or a forte level. It's all relative. And some instruments have a wider dynamic range than others. For example, a trumpet or organ can play quite loudly or quite softly, while an acoustic guitar can play pretty softly, but not so loud unless you are playing through an amp. So when I'm playing acoustic guitar and I see dynamic levels, I generally try to make sure I'm playing on the quieter side when I see a piano or a mezzo-piano marking, and on the louder side when I see a mezzo-forte or a forte marking. At the bottom of page 33, we have exercise 61, which gives you some practice in playing these different dynamic levels. What you should do is play this one 4 times through. First time through, play piano. Second time through, mezzo-piano, so slightly louder. Third time through, mezzo-forte, so medium loud. And then the last time, forte or loud. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Piano. Mezzo-piano. So it's just slightly louder. Mezzo-forte. And forte. On page 33, we have melodies 62 and 63. We have those new dynamic markings in there, so make sure you follow those. Number 62 is in 4/4 time. Starts off mezzo-piano. Beginning of the second line is mezzo-forte. Toward the end of the second line, we have forte. Always scan through your music for repeat signs as well. In this case, there are no repeats, so we're good to go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 62 has a couple spots where you have long held tied notes in the third measure of line 2 and in the last 2 measures. Make sure, even when you're practicing by yourself, that you're counting through every single beat. It doesn't feel like much is happening when you're practicing by yourself, but if you count through all those beats, then there's less chance of you getting off track when you're playing this with somebody else. In line 3, at the end of measure 2, you play a C. I recommend holding on to that first finger C when you play the D in measure 3, because you have to go back to that C right after that. Let me go to the beginning of line 3 just to put that in context. I'm going to keep my first finger down here so it's ready to go on this C right there. One, two, 1, 2, ready, play. Number 63 at the bottom of 34, this is Camptown Races. It's in 4/4 time. Scan through for repeats. There are no repeats, but you need to look for them just to be sure. We have some dynamic markings. You can circle your dynamics if you like. It starts off forte, measure 3 where it's a mezzo piano, and beginning of the second line we're forte again. Beginning of the last line we're mezzo-forte. So there's not going to be that much difference in dynamics between lines 2 and 3 and line 4, but you do want to follow those dynamics as best you can. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. At the beginning of number 63, when you play your D, D, and B, make sure you keep your fingers close to the string, even though that B is an open note. So you're ready to get right back to the D on beat 4. Line 2 starts off the same as line 1, but ends differently. The last line of number 63 is identical to line 2 except for the dynamic. So if you can play line 2, you can play line 4. Line 3 jumps around quite a bit. G, B, D, and then high G. So you might need to practice that a little bit. And the best way to do that is isolate those couple measures. And do them a few times. Slow them down if you need to. One, two, 1, 2, ready, play. Your assignment is to practice exercises 61 through 63 on pages 33 and 34, and make sure you warm up with the chromatic exercise and that speed booster from page 27. And as always, practice with the metronome or play to the video so you can work on keeping a steady tempo. Stay on these until you're comfortable with them, and then when you're ready, I will see you on the last page of this book, page 34, where I'm going to show you the E minor pentatonic scale.